Hello everybody, Flick here and welcome to a Let's Look At of Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen from Capcom. The new version that is out on PC, which is a port of the console version that came out back in 2012/2013, depending on which region you're in. It's been redone, or touched up at least, for PC. I managed to get a very early copy from Capcom, so thank you very much for that. It gave me a lot of time to get into it. I've been playing it for 14 hours, and I did play the console version as well. Not all the way through, but I did play a fair chunk of it. That said, I'd still rather count this as first impressions as per usual rather than any kind of definitive review. I'm also going to be treating it as kind of like an introduction to PC gamers who may not have had the chance to play what was an exceptionally good console game back in the day that it was released. So to get out of the way quickly, for those of you who may already be very, very familiar with Dragon's Dogma, and you're just watching this to see if it's a good PC port, yes it is. Haven't had any problems. It's running at a smooth 60 frames, although keep in mind I'm now recording at the same time, so that could cause issues. Haven't had it crash, runs very smooth. I haven't tried mouse and keyboard controls because I prefer using a controller for this type of game, so I can't speak to that, but by and large, it's a very good port. I have no complaints. It runs as smooth as it needs to. The graphics have been touched up slightly, and yeah, it's good enough. So if you're familiar and that's all you wanted to know, there you go. There'll be a link to the Steam store page in the description box below. For those of you who are new to Dragon's Dogma, let's jump into my game in progress. My plan is to go fight a big monster that's semi-connected to the main story. It's kind of like one of the milestones you get put up against to make progress in the main story. There won't be any storyline, but still just a minor spoiler warning for that. So the setup to Dragon's Dogma is that you play as the Arisen, which is a person who is technically killed by a dragon that comes out. Oh, no, I'll wait until they finish talking. Yeah, we'll talk about these people with me in a second here. As I was saying, yes, you play as the Arisen. You can play any gender, and there's a few different vocations to pick from. But the Arisen is someone who is killed by a dragon that appears every so often. And you have your heart eaten by the dragon, and then that kind of makes you immortal, but it also means that you now have to go kill the dragon. And that's the gist of it. You're let loose upon a land, there's a main story to follow which will result in you fighting the dragon to reclaim your heart and what have you. But also you're just given this lovely world to explore, and there's a lot of side quests, there's a lot of just message boards to give you kill quests. It's sort of like the kind of experience you would get in a Witcher game, if you wanted a comparison. Not as high fantasy, not as in depth, but very fun. The combat is very Dark Soul-y, kind of mixed with a little bit of Monster Hunter, which is no surprise given that it's a Capcom game. So anyway, this is my Arisen. I am the... I can't remember the name of the class, but it's, it's the use heavy weapons class. Warrior, that's right. You start as a fighter. So it is an advanced vocation. I'm level 30, maybe a little bit over leveled, I'm not sure. And I have 3 pawns with me, one of which is one you create, which I've just called Lightning because I thought she looked a bit like Lightning from Final Fantasy. And she's a sorcerer, which is a non-healing, very offensive-based mage class. The other 2 are just... I don't know if they're created by other people or if they are just some of the base ones in the game. But pawns are just quasi-people who serve the Arisen. And you can share your pawn with other people playing, and you can see other pawns from other players walking around. And keep in mind, I'm playing this before release. So I think there is a few other press characters, but there are also just kind of preset ones. Like for example, this is a couple of pawns right here.
Hello.
This is a level 30 pawn called Elmist, and if you want, you can view your details. Yeah, generally if they cost nothing, that means they're just a base one in the game that you would see if you were offline. You can check out what stats they have equipped, what augments, which we'll get into more later. And if you want, you can recruit them. I'm not going to recruit him though, because the 2 I have with me are better, I believe. Carrot and Arlen. And that was the most innovative thing Dragon's Dogma had back in the day, and it's still innovative in my opinion because no one has done anything quite the same. This whole sharing of your helpers, and the biggest point about it is, say Lightning is my main pawn, say I shared her, some other person with a pre-release happened to see Lightning wandering around their game because they were also playing online. They took Lightning, who is maybe a little bit higher level than them, and they went and did a quest I've already done. My pawn will feed them information about how to do the quest, like, oh, I know the way, Arisen, or hey, there's a thing over here for you to look at. I know where this cave is, I know where these ruins are. And it's really, really good, and I can't believe they haven't used it anywhere else or done anything like that in any other game, because it is such a very interesting system to have these little quasi-people with you who learn from you, or if I find a higher level pawn, they could teach me where to go. But anyway, I want to get into the open so I can show off combat without accidentally risking hitting a person, but at the same time I don't want to leave the city because the quest I've decided to do for this video starts as soon as you leave. So anyway, I'll draw my weapon here. I'm just using the greatsword. I've got my normal light attack, which you can chain into a combo, but you have to hit someone. Got a heavy attack. You can grab people, or you can hold, well in my case because I'm using the controller, R1, and then I get my special attacks. I've got a little blink teleport backwards, which is great for avoiding hits and then countering. I've got a whirlwind slash, which hits and then does like a climb hazard type thing. And I recently got Arc of Might, which takes about 30 years to charge up, but it looks damn impressive once it's done, so I'll do it once. You can eventually upgrade it to have a better version that doesn't take quite so long to charge. Alright, but there we are. And that's like a staggering amount of damage. So the greatsword doesn't have many skill slots. If I was using a sword and shield, on my R1 I would have 3 sword abilities, and then on my L1 I would have 3 shield abilities. And for example, mages can have 6 spells. Again, 3 mapped to each shoulder button. So I've picked a class where I deal a lot of damage, but I don't have much skill diversity. And I'm okay with that. So I'm noticing on my recording window it looks a lot darker than it does actually in game. Weird. But anyway, we're going to be going to... Oh, that's just my main menu. We're going to be going to leave the town via this door, I believe. Yeah, we're going to go hunt a Griffin, and I should be able to take it because I've actually already fought one in the wild already. If it proves too hard, or if it proves too easy, I also know where there's just a manticore running around in the scenery that we might go have a little fight with. There is lots of smaller enemies, there's human enemies, but the big draw is the big enemies. You get to climb them, you get to have proper fights, they have weak points that you can expose. And it's very, very fun combat. It's very meaty, that's the thing. Similarly to Dark Souls, it's very meaty. You have to be very deliberate with your attacks, and the enemies will be deliberate with their attacks. If you get hit, you can get very easily stun-locked, but you can also easily stun-lock enemies. Unless they're big monsters, of course. Alright, so let's head out into Grancis, which is the name of the world we're in. It's loading in something here, that's why there's a little bit of FPS lag. As I say, if I wasn't recording at the same time, you wouldn't notice. But it's just because the extra strain the PC's under as I'm recording here. I've not got the quest marked, have I? Oh no, I do, Griffin's Bane, so where did they go? Oh, they're right in front of me, okay. Alright, so as I say, this isn't technically a main quest, but it's a quest you have to do to unlock more main quest progress, so you will have to do this, I think. So consider it minor spoilers, we're going to go kill a Griffin with these guys. I'm sure most of them won't survive. But let's see, let's talk to this guy.
I had a feeling you might be our escort. Aye, we are the company of elites you're to march with. Poor jest, I know. We'll circle the capital, striking the Griffin as we come upon it along the way. We attack when it sets down. It is nothing so clever as to be called a stratagem, but it will work. If you still care to join us after hearing all that, let's be off.
Oh, I'll join you, alright. This is my second Griffin, I know what I'm doing. So as we run to where we're fighting the Griffin, you'll be seeing this the day before release. It's out on the 15th of January on Steam. Oh yes, pawns talk a lot. You can turn it off, but because I find them useful some of the time, I don't want to turn their chatter off. And if you get it on Steam, you also get the OST and an art book. That might be pre-orders only, I'm not sure if that will still be the case by release, but as I say, by the time you see this, you have 1 day to spare. Now, how far are we actually going? I think we just have to follow him until we see it. Oh, I remember where you fight it now. Yeah, we just have to go up the hill.
Clear your mind of all but the fight.
We cannot reach it at that height.
Wait, did my pawns already see it? They were talking like they could. That could be it in the distance there, actually. Yeah, I'm noticing my pawn chatter is a little bit too loud compared to everything else. Oh, they're fighting with goblins. Okay, well, this gives us a chance to show off a little bit of the combat. My health is the green bar along the bottom. The orange bar is my stamina. And I'm sure you can already tell if you aren't familiar with the game. The combat is real fun. I hope you can see the weight behind the swings. It really feels like you're swinging a heavy bit of metal around, but not in a way that isn't fun. And I want these people to have a lot of HP ideally, so let's try and clear it. Oh, I'll take that money. Let's try and clear them out for them. Oops, wrong ability. He dodged me! That's the other thing with great sword attacks. If you miss, you leave yourself way open. Yeah, let's bring down the volume in game a little bit. It's a little bit loud, so just music's probably fine, but sound effects, let's bring that down, and voices way down. That'll do. So the way you share your main pawn, by the way, anytime you rest in an inn, it connects to the server, assuming you are online. and it'll share the updated version of your pawn.
We must fight.
And also get information back. If you do take another player's pawn, you can choose to give them a gift once you're finished with them. And then the player who created that pawn gets the gift when you do that server check. Yeah, we fight him over here in the grassland. I remember doing this in the console version. I never finished the game, but I got further through it than I realised. I was actually speaking to some people who played console games saying like, okay, if I did this, this and this, roughly how far through the base game was I? And it turns out I was about just over half. Yes. In a minute, while I'm talking. But it's important to mention this is Dark Arisen, which includes all the DLC, the expansion, and kind of like pre-order stuff that was originally on console, all for free with it. So you get some bonus armors when you start, and you get access to the DLC area, which I haven't touched at all. The notes that Capcom gave me suggest don't try the DLC until you're at least level 25, so I haven't been back yet. You just start it from the town you start in. But yeah, you get all that included, and the price they're asking for, at least at pre-order, is £23.99, which is more than acceptable. What have I to use as bait? I can't remember. Let me check my quest, I was talking too much. Deliver bait to the company, and help lure out the Griffin. Okay. Does that mean I need to go find a bit of meat? Probably does. Let me just double check by talking to the guy.
Be sure to carry your weight.
Alright, that wasn't helpful at all. Alright, I need to go kill something to give me a bit of meat. Is there any rabbits or deer around here? I see a goblin, but I'm not sure I'd want that meat. Oh, I'm alright, fine. Apparently goblin are fine. Does it need to be live? If it needs to be live, I'm going to have to carry it. I can't remember if I had to carry a goblin. Oi, can I not grab you? Oh, I totally can. Oh wait, no, I'm just holding you until someone else killed you. I think I have to lure them actually. Let's try luring them. Just telling the pawns to come with me.
Agreed. It must be done.
Yeah, I think I have to lure one into the AoE here.
What a splendid woodland, and so rich in resources.
Did any of them follow, or did they all die? I think the mage killed them all with an AoE. Alright, well, next check. Did any of them drop any meat? I probably did have to lure a live one. Hunk of ore I need for crafting. Don't need the sap, really. Okay, need to find another goblin.
Spots where useful materials may hide.
I didn't have to lure the other one out I killed, it just attacked me. Moonshower Cliffs. I don't like how far away I'm getting from the target here.
From the roads we're accustomed to, that's for certain.
You said it, random
Never
person.
knows what such forgotten corners may hold. What's this?
Now, because I'm wearing quite heavy armor as well, my stamina drains very quickly when I'm running. Your carry capacity also has something to do with that, which I believe is almost full. Oh no, I'm only at average. It goes from average to heavy to very heavy to encumbered. Goblins. I could also just try and find... What was that noise? Oh, spiders are shooting at me from somewhere. Don't do any damage, I don't think, but they slow you down. Of course, there's no wildlife up here. Apart from spiders, which don't drop meat. Okay. Maybe if I leave and come back. The only other thing I'm likely to find up here is harpies. Take that. We killed all the ones back here as well.
Just a moment.
I'm on my way.
You get to set up the personality for your main pawn as well. Yeah, there's no goblins here, so hopefully coming back here and then running back in will respawn them.
And the capital I want.
Because if not... Oh, there's a goblin up there. Perfect. Can I tell you to wait? No, I don't need one wait. No, that's help. I don't have a wait. I only have a go.
Just a moment.
Hang on, if I send you that way, go that way.
I can't stand much more of this.
On my way.
Apparently I've picked a very wimpy pawn. Someone made. Right, goblin, chase me. Don't kill him.
I'm on my way.
Let him chase us. He's wimping out. You coward. You can carry your pawns. As far as I'm aware, you can't just pick up enemies and run with them, though. You can just grab them, hold them, and kick them. Look, oi, are you braver than the other one? Gents. Hello.
I'll go at once.
I'm on my way.
They coming? Oh yeah, yeah, okay, good. Alright, here we go. Come to the pile of bones, I'm sure you'll be safe here. Don't you dare stop. Don't you dare stop. No, don't attack them! Oh, apparently it worked. The dramatic music started. Alright, let's get this on. Big monster, where are you? Oh, there it is. Griffins in this are lightning based, by the way, don't question it.
It comes.
Knock it to the ground, and its shield is
The weak points are its wings and its head, and if you burn it enough, it will crash land. Now, a big thing about the big monsters in this is, oh, yes, you can do what I just did. You can grab hold of them and climb them, even if they happen to fly into the air. Please burn it so it lands. Yeah, okay. Oh, we're kicking his ass. Also, the dramatic music is actually a lot louder than I thought. But that's fine. I don't need to talk during this fight. Let's just enjoy it. Ah, it's recovering. Oh no, it's not recovering faster than I thought. I might be able to get away with this. Arc of Might right to the face. Standing up. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Beautiful.
Solid ground. The advantage is ours.
I don't think it can fly while it's winged. Nope, never mind. Oh, my pawn just summoned in meteors. Where are you going, buddy? It's getting away. I think it's gone, gents.
Room to its roots the moment its fortunes turn.
Oh, well, that's right. You have to get into its nest. I forgot about that.
Come, Arisen, to the Blue Moon Tower.
I've learned what to do in this quest. It was all but
See, so
done.
that was my pawn saying, hey, I know what to do in this quest now, so if I get drawn into another player's world who has just started this quest, I'll be like, oh, it's this way to the Griffin's nest, and so on. In fact, I specifically remember the second half of this quest because I used it in an example of a podcast I used to do when I was playing through the console version. And I was in a cave system, and it's like a jumping puzzle, but you have to safely traverse to the ground, and I had a pawn with me who happened to have already done it. And they were like, oh, this way, Arisen, and they just showed me the correct way to fall down without taking too much fall damage, and it was great.
The canyon floor is not
What I don't like is how
ourselves surrounded.
dark it's looking on my preview window compared to how I'm actually playing, because my brightness is maxed. Where is it? Where is even brightness? Maybe you can't set it within the game. Oh, also, if you're interested in the PC, yeah, it's maxed out. I haven't bothered changing the field of view. It seems okay to me, but maybe I'm just used to the console version. If you want to look at the new PC options, there you go. It obviously doesn't look as graphically comparable to modern day stuff, but it looks more than acceptable for a port from last gen consoles. You're going to take a long time to run there, right? Also, did all your helpers die? Oh, that's miles away. I hope you know a quick way to get there, because I'm not sure I want to run all the way there for the remainder of this video. I'd rather go play with the Manticore.
All ready for battle?
Oh, also, another kind of semi-new concept to this game that isn't in most games. When you get hurt, you can restore a certain amount of your HP, which is in white, via heal magic or heal items, but you lose a little bit of your max. So if you've been adventuring for a while or getting your ass kicked for a while, you have to go to an inn to rest to get that HP back. Like, for example, I believe the knight in front of me has lost some of his max HP,
A good start to any.
and he's not going to get that back until he rests.
Let's begin
We
with
share
battle.
these roads with traveling peddlers, guards.
Now, I've been following you. I'm hoping that you're going to show me some kind of shortcut to get to where we want to be. But I have a feeling you're just going back into the town and you're going to vanish. I don't remember if I had to traverse the area myself. Let me read the quest information. Trail the beast to Blooming Tower and help the company slay. I'll follow them and see what they do.
Human life.
Let's see if they're actually still in here when I teleport into the main city. This is your main hub. This is where you can do most things. Upgrade your equipment. They did vanish, because it's telling me to go back outside. Alright, well, I'm not going to go do the finale to this quest on camera, because it's a long way to run. By the way, that would be one of the main complaints you might have about the game. It involves a lot of going backwards and forwards. You get these things called port crystals, which I can show you here. You can put down port crystals in a certain number of places, and then you can use fairy stones to teleport to any place you have them, or you can teleport to main hubs, like the main city or your starting city. You can also buy these fairy stones. I think they changed this via patch, or maybe it was in the Dark Arisen expansion. You can buy these from the black market in the main city for 2 or 3 grand each, which is relatively cheap considering right now I've got 380 grand. So as long as you carry a fair chunk of them, the only negative of them is they weigh quite a lot. And you can't carry a lot of stuff. You have to be very picky and choosy. Luckily you can store materials and still have them used from your storage when you upgrade gear. So let me just remind myself where I saw this manticore kind of strolling around. I believe it was in this wood somewhere. So that's very close by. So yeah, we'll just head in that direction. It is becoming night though. And that's a problem because it's more dangerous at night. So actually, let's very quickly make it just turned morning. Go back into say, and I'll show you how the uploading of your pawn data works. You can also quickly show off the other vocations in the game too. By the way, I do plan to do a playthrough of the PC version. It won't be with this character, I'll be starting a brand new one to go from scratch. You might see the first part of that today as well, or I might just wait until launch day for that. And I think I'm going to try out Mystic Knight as my vocation, because I've never tried that before. But anyway, to quickly go over, this is also where you can learn and set your skills. I don't think I have access to any new ones yet. Well, that I want, I mean. I'm very happy with my current setup. No, I just need a... I've already got Arc, haven't I? Yeah, I need the better version of that. You can also buy core skills, augments, and I don't know about secret augments.
What will it be today? Have your pick.
But anyway, the 3 starting ones are... up at the top here, are Fighter, Strider and Mage. So I started as Fighter, that's why it's partially leveled up. You can change classes as long as you have the discipline points, which you get from playing as a given class. So yeah, I started as Fighter, but you can also start as a Strider, which is like dual daggers and bows, or a Mage, which is a mix of offensive and defensive magic spells. And then I went to Warrior, which is your big stompy two-handed weapon type. Ranger is focused on bows, but you can still use daggers. Sorcerer has no heal magic, but lots of destructive magic. Mystic Knight is it's a sword and shield or mace and shield, and you have a magic shield which you can like imbue with magic to make it like a mine or something and punch people with it, I think. That's why it sounds interesting to me. Assassin is what I played on the console. You're very, very squishy, but your moves look dramatic and epic as hell, and it's very fast and furious. It's pretty fun. Magic Archer, never tried it. Like the look of the armor though. You can use daggers or staff and you get a magic bow. And then that's it. I can't remember if any of these were added in the expansion, but either way you have access to all of them here. You can also dictate the vocation of your pawn. So my pawn started as a mage, and then I turned her into a sorcerer. There are certain ones, yeah, she doesn't get the advanced vocations, the ones that cost 1500 for me, yeah. The mixed ones, essentially. She doesn't get to be them, but she can be the main ones. That's that. Right, so let's rest until morning, just so I'm not running around at night, because that's fairly dangerous. I do also have a pending side quest where there's some assassins after me, so that may or may not happen. And I'm not sure whether or not I can take those on. So if you played the console version of Dragon's Dogma, with or without the expansion content, is it worth playing the PC version? Well, if you are looking for an excuse to replay a game that was good at the time and is good now, then I would say absolutely. If you're new, entirely new, you've been watching for the past 23 minutes, so hopefully you've got a gist of the ebb and flow of how the game plays. You explore, there's combat. The combat can be very harsh. There's no enemy levels. So if you go exploring, it's very possible you just come across enemies who will kick your ass. That can be frustrating. But once you kind of learn the way through the game, like which areas are a little bit higher level, you can get around it. There is that learning curve though. I think that's the biggest problem I had when I played through the console version. It was wanting to explore it and then just running into stuff I had no chance of ever taking. I don't even mean big monsters, I just mean regular monsters, or regular bandits, who just happen to be stronger. I mean, they're there to presumably stop you getting into certain places early. But yeah, I found that frustrating when I was new. Now I roughly know how I want to get through the game. There's still tough fights, believe me. Plus there's also different difficulty modes. This is just on normal. There's also easy mode, which I'm not sure was in the console version. I can't remember. But there's easy mode, there's hard mode, and there is speedrun mode. And I believe there's also New Game Plus, someone was telling me, but I don't know for sure. Alright, so we are heading, basically just running in that direction, right? Yeah, pretty much. It was around about there as I saw it. I could lay a custom marker actually. But we might also have something happen on the way. So either I get attacked by assassins and we'll deal with that. No, there's bandits down there I could play with actually. Let's go say hello to them. We're not going to the Blue Moon Tower, leave me alone.
I'll take them.
I mean, isn't combat just awesome? Oh, I'm getting shot by arrows from somewhere though. Oh, he's been soaked, so now if someone hits him with lightning magic, he will take a lot more damage. Oh, there's someone over there, I see. Yeah, I'm not using a shield, I don't have any way to block. Sadly, as far as I'm aware, you can't use the great sword to block. Oh, I soaked you.
Strength in numbers.
That's hardly a warm-up.
That was a little bit of a warm-up. Oh, I heard someone else shout there. I heard arrows.
Armed bandits arisen.
Oh, right there. I missed. And we missed each other. Being shot. Oh, from the other side of the rock as well. The archer bandits can be really tough on you if you're not strong enough to withstand their blows. I think you have a better chance of getting knocked over if you play as a small character too. I could have sworn I saw a tutorial message saying that, but I don't know. I always play as medium height human in these games. Someone needed healing apparently. Ah, you're fine. Alright, it was in the woods over here, I believe.
Not be too careful at the water's
Get
edge.
up there! Get up there! There we are. Yeah, there's the woods up ahead. Yep, slightly to the right. That way. Alright, let's go get my ass handed to me by a manticore. The only manticore I fought is the one you fight in the tutorial before you begin the game.
Danger stalks even the city streets.
Where you're
Best
powerful.
remain well-equipped.
There's something big over there. Oh, that's an ogre. I know I can take ogres. Maybe play one of them instead? Let me check. Do I have any pending quests to kill certain numbers of ogres? Because if I do, then it's in my best interest. Golems, chimeras. I've got one for chimeras. Oh yeah, hang on. 2 ogres. Alright, yeah. I want to do another ogre. Let's go play with him. His weak point is his eye and his horns. Oh, and I think if you hold on to his legs, he can't stomp. I don't know. I'm still learning all the little hints that the pawns shout at you while you fight. Oh, he's fighting with someone. Maybe a random pawn in the...
A cyclops
There's
there!
goblins around as well.
It cannot
Wait, he's
work
counting as a goblin? Sorry, a cyclops rather? Oh, never mind then. I thought this was an ogre. But yeah, I know it's a cyclops, but I thought it was a cycloptic ogre. We'll fight it anyway. That must mean the ogres are the big hairy things you find in caves.
They grow frenzy.
I used my blink teleport to get out of the way of that there. Is he falling over or is he just stunned? Oh, better get rid of these. Oh, I got him in the back of the shin and knocked him over. Get to his face. Oh, we kicked the ass out of these guys now. You can eventually run into ones that are armoured though, so they protect their weak points. Oh, didn't see that coming. Apparently there's wolves here as well. Yeah, there's wolves here. Yeah, my pawn knows how to kick its ass, and I've made it lightning centered, so she is super OP against these guys. Oh, it was counting as an ambush. Alright, well, good job, team. Congratulations. Where's my drops? Oh, did you just send a wolf flying? Yeah, you did. There's my rewards. Oh, so there's a wolf. I don't have an ideal weapon for fighting fast enemies.
Out of the way!
I mean, we're coming up on half an hour here. We have just enough time to run and see the manticore at least. Maybe not the full fight. But as I say, I'm not sure I'm entirely strong enough to fight it yet. I'm not as strong as the character you play as in the tutorial, that's for sure.
It's difficult to judge
Right, I've lost my bearings again. Yeah, straight ahead.
when facing foes across such open plains.
More wolves. Don't want to bother with wolves. There's some mines I want to do some stuff in later. Yeah, just ignore them. They're small fry. Let's finish with one last big thing.
Stop! No!
Oh, for goodness sake. Carrot. That's Carrot getting eaten. Can someone save him so I don't have to? No? Arlen? There we go. Yeah, monsters and like zombies and things can grab you. And you can get possessed by ghosts. There's a lot of interesting things going on in this game. It is no wonder that I think it has like cult status from console generation that it appeared on. And it deserves it. Well, no, actually, it deserves more recognition than being cult status, but... That's bandits over there. Where the hell was it? It was near goblins, so maybe it was over there. Oh, I'm knackered. Damn my carry capacity. And the heavy armour.
I'm on my way.
I obey.
We should hear it stomping once we get close enough. Don't disturb the bandits. Yeah, my pawn's disturbed. Ah, there we go, up there. I didn't really look at the crafting system in the game. It's very simplistic. If you have the stuff to upgrade a bit of a weapon, a weapon, you can enhance it. It gets more damage and whatnot, or you can just buy new ones. You can't craft anything from scratch, I don't think. There it is, right there. Alright, let's make sure no bandits have followed us this far, and then we'll play with the Manticore. I'm going to save, because I want to save the fact that I killed that ogre, and I don't think you... I think I got a checkpoint when I left the capital, but I don't think there's been a save point since then. Just in case. Oh, it's seen me as well. Jolly good. Alright, Manticore, let's play. By which I mean Chimera. Why have I been saying Manticore this whole time? You can defeat its individual bits. Its snake bit, its goat bit, and its lion bit. And depending on which bit you hit, it does different stuff, like the snake bit spits out poison. Whoever knocked that over, well done. I want to get rid of a snake bit, I don't want poisoned. I don't have many poison curatives. Oh! Have you been taking lessons from Tigrex? I hope you have... Where are you running to? I hope you have weak knees. Ah! Punch it in the ankle until it drops you. Oh, the snake's dead. I'm actually defeating this a lot easier than I thought. Although, is that our poison or my... No, I'm... No, it is. It's... I don't know whose poison cloud that was. It looked like I was poisoned. It looked like it was poisoned. It's also on fire. The goat's rearing around. Oh, nice. It's just the goat left. Yeah, meteors from space will do that. It's actually dead. Right? Yeah. Bloody hell. Rip in pieces. Alright. That went a lot. Oh, what's wrong with you? You're poisoned. Oh no, you were just exhausted. Alright, I think that's going to do it. I have shown off a few big enemies. There's a lot more. There's bosses. There's questing. The story is... I wouldn't say it's amazingly interesting, but it doesn't matter because the gameplay is so good. The combat is very, very satisfying, and that's probably the bit I like the most. And it's a very competent PC port. Look out for my playthrough starting soon, and I hope you'll support that. And check out the Steam store link in the description box below to buy it for yourself. £23.99, that's in British pounds. From Capcom, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen includes all the console DLC that came out at the time. Very well worth playing. Highly recommended. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.